the Minnesota Timberwolves staved off elimination, blowing the defending champions out by 40. Held them under 80 points, which has not been done. Holding somebody under 80 points in today's NBA just don't happen. Anthony Edwards, 27 points. If we gonna talk about Rudy Gobert and getting cooked in Game 5, we got to give him love for him slowing down Jokic in Game 6. Him and Karl-Anthony Towns did a real good job. Nas Reed did a good job. Just an overall good team effort. They took the Wolves, not the Wolves. They took the Nuggets out right away. If I was the Wolves, I'd be scared because I didn't like how Jokic was looking at the end of that game. Just standing at the court like, all right, I'm going to get y'all niggas. Now, Jokic did say in press conference he was just trying to stand up so he didn't cramp before he worked out. But, you know, we're going to go. My story sounds better. So we're going to go with that version of him actually just looking at everybody like Mufasa was looking at Pride Rock. Like, all right, I'm going to get y'all. But I think it was an amazing performance by the Wolves. This series has been a weird one. Not that I expected it to go 6-7, especially with the way that the Minnesota Timberwolves has played, and honestly the way the Timberwolves played in last year's series. Jokic and Mike Malone both said that was the toughest opponent they played in their championship run last year. I think it went to 6 games last year, and that was even without Jaden McDaniels. So that to me knew this was going to be a long series, but just the way it went was weird. You had the Wolves winning the first 2 games in Denver, then the Nuggets coming, everybody throwing dirt on their name, Jokic winning MVP, they win 3 straight in a row, and now this blowout victory in Minnesota. And just one thing, I've said this before, but one thing I love about Ant, he's a natural born leader. Like, you can't teach that. Like, it doesn't feel forced. It doesn't feel fake. When they're interviewing him, first thing he's saying, Jaden had a great game. We wouldn't have won without this. Cat did great. Rudy did great. When they asked him what was the main reason you won, we got Michael Conley back. So those type of things I love to see with Ant. I think this team, they need to get. I'm not a belief of, this is just a good season. If they lose, yeah, it's a good season, but get it done now. When you get a chance to win, because to me, this Game 7 isn't just win to go to West Conference Finals. I think the winner of this game should be the favorite coming out the Western Conference Finals. That's a path for the Nuggets to win back-to-back, and that's a path for the Wolves to do something they ain't done in franchise history. This is their first Game 7 in 20 years. The last Game 7 was Minnesota and Sacramento, that epic battle between KG and Chris Webber. So if I were them, I'd get it done now, because the same things we're saying about the Wolves, we were saying about the Grizzlies 2 years ago. Then Ja decided to be John Wick, and niggas got hurt, and we don't talk about them no more. So if I'm the Wolves, I get it done now. Having said all of that, I think the Nuggets win Game 7, and honestly, I think they win pretty easily. I got Nuggets by at least 15 in Game 7. Illy, what you think about this series, what we saw in Game 6, and who you got in Game 7?
Game 6 was atrocious. I didn't see it until maybe close to halftime, and I was like, this is pretty crazy. I don't know. I don't know which way I'm leaning to with this, because it's been so back and forth. But if I just want to go off of experience, I'm gonna go with the Nuggets. But the way that the Timberwolves look and the way that their defense is looking, I don't know. I think ultimately I'm gonna roll with the Timberwolves, and I feel like that new blood. Now we're gonna get a different NBA champion this year. I'm gonna go with Timberwolves. I really enjoyed the way the others, as Shaq likes to put it, the effort on defense. I haven't seen clamps like this, team clamps, in a very long time like this. This was the way that they've been shutting them down in the games that they've won. The Timberwolves, they made these guys look like they playing an AAU team. Like it's been embarrassing. And these are former champions, and they've been embarrassing them. A team is well poised and well head coach very well. You have the third time MVP in Jokic, and y'all getting y'all ass handed to y'all. This is crazy. I'm going Timberwolves.
Yeah, 40 points should never happen. Like
never.
That's ridiculous. Especially if you're a champion. That should never happen, bro.
Bro, you fight back. What Meek Mill say? Get up.
Get up.
Get up.
Bang, what you got? You got Game 7 going.
Man, like I had said before, I think a lot of these games that end up you end up seeing people win by 20, 30, 45 is because it's self-preservation. Like, all right, we know we lost this game, so let's just go ahead and do what we got to do and get to the next game. I think both of these teams have games like that. So now you leave it all on the court this game. I think it's going to be a close game throughout the entire game. I think it's going to be, matter of fact, I'm confident enough to say this is going to be one of the best game sevens in recent memory.
Okay.
I think this is I will even say this is going to be the best game seven since Cavs Golden State. Like, I
Okay.
really believe that both of these teams are going to be going up against each other. Just like Joker was sitting up there, standing up the whole game, looking, I don't want to cramp, but really looking intensively like, yeah, I got to get y'all last this next game. I think Ant is doing the same thing. I think Cat it's weird saying Cat is the X factor, but he is the X factor. If he comes out and plays like we know he can play, then this game is going to be one of the best game sevens in recent memory. And I have the Minnesota Timberwolves
Okay.
winning by 3 points. It's
Okay.
going to be close throughout, and they're going to win by 3 of them.
Hey man, so Dante, you on my side or am I being outnumbered 3-1 here?
I know you're alone on this one. Ant gonna send them home. Ant sending them boys home. I think he gonna have a really big game. I do agree with Bang. I think it's gonna be a great game. I can't compare it to that Cavs Warriors because in my opinion that's damn near the greatest game seven I've seen outside of Bull Celtics. Like that was just a
That's why I
great.
said best since.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. It's gonna be up there. Yeah. It's definitely gonna be up there. So I can agree with that. But I think Ant made a good point. Getting Mike Conley back, that helps
Yeah.
his team a lot. And I think Ant's gonna hit a game winner, send him home. I know it's hard predicting game winners, but I do think it's gonna be close the entire game, and I think he's gonna send him home.
Even though I have the Nuggets, Anthony Edwards versus Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving definitely moves me. That would be highly entertaining. And is my favorite player right now. I wouldn't have a problem with them winning. I just can't bet against the champs at home. I just can't do that, man.
Never underestimate
The heart of a
the heart of
champion.
a champ.
That paper on display, a